Hi, this is Anders from In Flames, and you're watching PITCAM.tv.
Your new album, Siren Charms, will be out in September, and you will be touring Europe this fall. How excited are you about that?
I mean, it's great to have a new album out, so we can play new songs live. But when we're playing live for the first time, it's with this album, it's almost a year since we played last time. So I'm really excited to get out and do it again. We never had. I don't think it was a long time ago since we had such a long break.
It's been 3 years between albums, right?
Yeah, but actually not playing live, it's been almost a year. So, yeah.
So you released your first single, Rusted Nail. Why did you choose this one?
I don't know. all the songs are good, you know. And for the first time, I think I've been very set on what songs we're supposed to release as singles and so on in the past. But with this album, I was so exhausted of having done, and yet very pleased with all the songs. So I told the record company, I was like, "That's your business. I can choose one of my babies over the other." And I guess they felt it was like a nice track that represents the album and presents In Flames in a good way these days.
Okay. Then how's the reception so far? And do you actually distinguish between criticism of fans that you get and criticism from media or magazines?
I don't care so much about any criticism, to be honest. It's like I try to do everything for the songs and do my best, and feeling 100% satisfied when I leave it, and then after we're done, it's open for discussion. There's nothing I can do to it, so therefore there's no need for me to search for it. Obviously, I appreciate if people like it and so on, but the instant rewards or appreciation I get when I play live and I see the people, see their faces, when they're into it, they're smiling or singing along or having hands in the air and so on. That's my reward, and the best criticism you can get, I guess.
I totally understand, but that kind of negates my next question, I guess.
You can try to ask it. See,
yeah.
See
do you actually feel pressure to achieve a certain goal when you're coming out with something new? I mean, obviously, it's not a number of records sold or anything like that.
I so surpassed my goals. This is like the 10th album I'm doing with In Flames, and I've done albums with other bands. I couldn't even imagine this when I started. So everything from many years back, it's just a bonus, really. The only pressure we have is within the group, that we want to create stuff that we feel means something to us and that represents who we are as people, and we just give everything to the album, and that's the only thing that matters, really. When I show the other guys something that I've done and they are just like, yeah, or goosebumps or whatever, to me that's all I need. We've never involved any record company when it comes to deciding what we should or shouldn't do. We haven't talked to any outside people, really, apart from producers, obviously, that we have in the studio and so on, but that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Do you sometimes feel that people get used to a new album too quickly and kind of demand for more quickly, or is that just the music industry pushing everybody?
It depends on if you talk about our band or other band. I feel our albums takes a while to get into. I mean, it's because we don't stand still. We always go forward and try to do something slightly different, not repeat ourselves and be exactly the same again. If we've done something, it's move on. So I think people react to our albums slightly different, and as a music fan, that's what I want as well. I don't want an album that just takes me 5 minutes to get into and okay, I heard it already. I want to find new things every time I hear it. So I believe it lasts longer.
Okay. And what you achieve now, and looking back, what do you do differently now when making music? Referring to the whole process in comparison to when you just started.
When we started, you know, we were 5 guys in a rehearsal room and just trying to, getting our. Please use my riff, you know. That's not how we create music. Now we create music in the studio and kind of learn them afterwards, and we play more like on the sketchboard, so to speak. Yeah, when we make the demos and so on, and then we bring in the human elements and try to see if it's possible to play as people. So that is completely different, but the mentality and the attitude towards our music are the same. It starts with a guitar, a riff, or a rhythmical part on a drum or something like that. It's so we don't. That is nothing different, and yeah, we have the same attitude towards the music, and it's all about the song, really. Just create the best song you can, and then when you've done that, you move on to the next song and create the best possible song you can, and so on. And all of a sudden, whoops, we have an album, you know.
We have lots of best songs. And referring to the lyrics, what do you think? How personal do they really should be? I mean, as an artist, obviously you have to open up your heart and soul a little bit to be credible, right? But to what degree is that necessary, really, to be credible?
I don't care about credibility at all. It's all about how I feel and my feelings. All my heart and soul are in those lyrics, and if I'm gonna take those songs and sing them to people all over the world, it has to be something that I feel, you know. But the way I write lyrics are using a lot of metaphors, so that other people can relate to it, and then it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly what I meant them to be, but it means something for you, for her, for him, whatever, and that is not wrong, you know. That's your feeling. That's how you see, you know, the painting that I've done, you know. Yeah, I instead of, I'm getting this question a lot. Okay, what do you mean with this? What do you mean with that? And
I didn't ask that on purpose.
But you will. No, but just explain it to you. It's like I don't want to hold up a painting and say you, okay, this is this means this. I'd rather open a window for you to peek in and find something. What do you, I mean, ask you the question, what do you see? What does this represent for you? And again, you know, I think that also lasts longer, and it means the music gets, you know, a bigger meaning for the person that listens, you know.
I absolutely agree. I mean, this is what art does, actually, right? Opens a path in your mind, and that you can develop on that what you see.
I don't think everything should be explained, you know, because people would be like, okay, and then it's just that they just accept it, you know.
Okay. From this very serious topic to something fun now. On your Facebook page, there was a weird beard game going on where you put beards from Björn and all the soccer players and everybody else. Who started that?
It's the webmaster, I guess. He was bored. Yeah, yeah. Excellent.
Well, okay, that's it about that. But you are pretty much into different social media kinds of stuff, and you do that. What did change through social media, and do you think it is important and will be important later?
I think it's definitely important. You know, sure. I mean, everybody's on the net, and that's how you. It's. I mean, different.
Is it a necessity?
I think today it is, yeah, to reach out to people everywhere. I mean, we actually talked about it the other day, just me and the guys, how different it was when we were younger, when we had to, you know, search for albums, and we had no internet, and it was just like we found, you know, like first time I heard the band Death or stuff, like it was like that was a whole new musical genre. It was just like, what the fuck is this? You know, it's like I never heard this, and today it's just everything is so. It's a fast food mentality towards music. It's just, this is in not right now, and now it's out. This is in right now. Here's a new band. Here's a new band. Everybody sounds the same. Come on. You know, it's like boom, boom, boom. Everybody's searching for a trend. You know, it's like, and it's just like it's too much. And I think that with the social media, it's that obviously pushed it into that corner, and now it's easy to get out, but it's very hard to be heard, you know. But if you're doing something smart and a little bit different, maybe, then you can go through this whole wall of messages or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to reach out, and it's a tool for our fans to get a little view of us in sometimes not so serious matter, and show it's people and not robots making this music.
Well, I agree on that. Let's go back into the past for, one more time. When you started back then and started touring, you've been on tour with big names like Creator at that time, Slayer or Testament. What did you learn at that time from the old generation that you still use today, or which is still valuable for you today?
Well, as I remember touring with Slayer the first time we did it, it was just like I saw their attitude towards the actual show, and I mean it didn't matter how tired they were or whatever happened outside of stage, because when they played, they gave everything no matter what, you know. And also the way they treated us as an, you know, opener, and they were really nice to us, and their whole crew were very cool, just let us in, you know. And that showed me I mean, learned me to, I guess, the attitude that I try to have as well. Like, people pay a lot for a ticket today, and it doesn't matter what happens in my personal life. That right there and then, it's their time, not purely my time. And also, we try to give what I said about when we have support acts with us. We try to, you know, give them time and space and treat them in a good manner.
So this is what you kind of give back to the younger generation nowadays, that you encourage them and treat them nicely so that they may have a career too.
We try, we try. Yeah.
Well, okay. What are your last words for the fans out there today?
Well, thank you for sticking around. It means the world to us, you know. It's like without the fans, without the people listen to our music, we would still be home in that cellar, try to get our riffs through, and that, yeah, it would probably be chaos, and we wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much.
Okay, guys, I am Armin for PITCAM TV, signing out for today.
I was working this job, and I hated it, and I wanted to fucking rock, and this was like my statement. I was like, I'm gonna be in a band, and I'm gonna do this, and this is it. And I got this tattoo, and then luckily, P. Roach popped off, and I have a chance to have a career, and I made some money doing rock and roll, and then I was able to come to a point in my life where I could rely on rock and roll to take care of myself and my family.